From Careco TV, one of the longest-running outdoor programs on television today. Exploring the country and the coast in search of adventure. From the mountains of the Great Northwest to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, this is Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. The Cabelas National Team Championship, the pinnacle of grassroots team walleye tournament fishing. Win this one, and your name goes in the history books. Green Bay, Wisconsin is where we're at for the 2014 Cabelas NTC. 237 teams competing for a $30,000 cash prize and a Ranger boat package worth an additional $60 grand. The Cabelas National Team Championship is a 3-day event, cutting to the top 25 at the end of day 2. All state game laws apply, and all teams are qualified under Walleye Federation rules and guidelines. Jumping right into tournament coverage, we'll start things off with the local team of Chad Wertepney and Phil Pankey. They've made a long run up the Fox River to water they both know well. It's a gamble. A recent front has pushed the warm water downstream.
Made a pretty long run to try and get away from other boats, and we had some decent fish up here. A couple days ago, yesterday, the wind blew pretty hard and cooled the water off, but I think those fish are resident fish. I think they'll stay here. And you know, we really came up here to get 1 or 2, 3 big bites and then go back down later and fill out a limit if we have to. But 2 days ago I had 4 in one pass in here, so if we can get them to bite, it probably wouldn't take too long. But we'll see. We'll see with this cold water. See if we mark them, see if they're here. It's pretty bad. It's almost June and you can see your breath.
Moving south, we'll catch up with Scott and Tricia Hassauer as they get ready to start their day. Living in nearby Appleton, they both have plenty of experience fishing on and around Green Bay.
Well, this is a shallow shoreline that we're fishing in here. We're going to pull some crawlers along a 4 to 8 foot break line that has some short weed growth coming up. And the fish seem to come in there because the bait comes in. It's probably one of the places you're going to find the warmest water today with the north winds. We're way down on the southern end of the bay, so all the warm water's been pushed down in here.
You need help with anything?
Nope. That's the Walleye Whacker patented double twin spin crawler harness. As you can see, the 2 blades stay separated, and it's been a key to catching fish out here. There's one right there. That one's hooked up.
Whoa. Come on. Skunks out.
3-pounder. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave it to your call.
Not big enough.
Oh, that's too hard.
Not quite big enough for what we need to keep right now today. That fish is only about a 20-incher, about a 3-pounder. Unfortunately, 5 of those are only going to give us about 15 pounds, and that's really not going to keep you in the running.
We're just getting started in Green Bay. We've got a lot more tournament coverage from the 2014 Cabelas NTC. Cabelas is your source for all the walleye gear you'll ever need. How about one from Cabelas' great selection of quality reels? Find them online at cabelas.com.
The Yamaha Viking, and introducing the all-new Viking 6. The hardest working, most off-road capable side-by-sides in America. built for the hardest working people on earth. You.
Julie Goloski, Smith & Wesson Consumer Program Manager and World Champion Shooter.
Joe Zanetti, Smith & Wesson Finishing Specialist and lifelong hunter.
Jim Dalton, Smith & Wesson Master Gunsmith. I shoot competitively, and so does my son.
Our people, our products, our passion. Smith & Wesson.
What if there was a camera that went where you went and shot what you shot? An action camera so easy to use you can concentrate on your hunt, not the hunt for the record button. A camera that let you add dimensions to your video, like speed, altitude, or even your heart rate, just before you let it fly. Life, camera, action. The Verb Elite HD Action Camera from Garmin.
Americana Outdoors is brought to you by Garmin and the Power of Simple, by Cabelas, world's foremost outfitter, and by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where day one of the 2014 Cabelas National Team Championship is underway. Plan to join us at Milford Lake in northeastern Kansas for the 2015 Cabelas National Team Championship. Find out everything you need to know at walleyefederation.com. While you're online, check out the all-new AmericanaOutdoors.com. It's full of news, tips, and reviews pertaining to the outdoors. Back in Green Bay, day one of competition is over, and all 237 teams are off the water. After a respectable day, the local team of Scott and Tricia Hassauer brought a 5-fish limit to the scales here on day one.
5-fish limit for Scott and Tricia, 15 pounds, 13 ounces. Get out there and get another 5-fish limit tomorrow.
Now looking at the top of the leaderboard, David Kolb and Paul Rogers brought in 5 fish for 31-7 and 5th place. Michigan's Wayne Van Dyke and Eric Carlson weighed 32-3, landing them in 4th. Greg Whitson and Mark Campo brought in 5 fish weighing 32-10, and that's good enough for 3rd. Ontario's Jason Doyen and Robert Laframbeau are up next.
Ontario, Canada, Jason Doyen and Robert Laframbeau with a 5-fish limit, looking for 29 pounds, 3 ounces. The Canadians just took the lead with 35 pounds, 7 ounces. Woo!
Wisconsin's own Adam Adler and Ryan Dempsey stepped up next. They need 35-8 for the lead.
9 pounds, 8 ounces.
And there you have it. At the end of the first day of competition, Adam Adler and Ryan Dempsey are leading the 2014 Cabelas National Team Championship. Here's a look at the rest of the top 20.
We started on one spot, we started on an A spot, and then we basically spot hopped. Once our first spot slowed down, we ended up spot hopping quite a bit, looking for more active fish. So it was fortunate enough, I mean, you hit a lot of spots, and you hopefully hit the right spot where you got some active, bigger fish, and so midday being tough, not finding anything, it was nice to find that pot of fish towards the end. Hopefully we can do it a couple more days.
Moving right into the second day of tournament coverage, conditions have slicked off, and this could spell trouble for the majority of the field, including our day one leaders, who after a slow start have just weathered a flurry of action.
You can see we got the most horrific conditions to catch walleyes, let alone in clear water and jigging. So we got one fish this morning, and we've been talking about bailing out and leaving for the last hour. And we've hooked 2 fish, and they just keep coming unbuttoned, and I think they're pinning it or something. We're just hooking them on the outside of the mouth and losing them, and then we just stuck back to back to back fish in the last 10 minutes. So we got 4 in the box. 3 of them are big. One's real big, and 1 little one. So we got 1 more big fish. We're sitting really good. Got him. He feels right.
It's small.
No, it's bigger than you think, huh? Well, that's right. It's a walleye.
Boat number 133 from Old Carl Falls in Oneida, Wisconsin, our day one leaders. With 39 pounds, 8 ounces, Adam Adler and Ryan Dempsey.
Despite struggling early, Adam Adler and Ryan Dempsey put it all together on day 2 and brought another limit weighing over 30 pounds to the scales, giving them a 2-day total of 70 pounds 6 ounces and a near 10-pound lead over second place.
So we had a little small miracle happen. I mean, we had the 5 bites. We went down the lower bay, caught some small fish, but in the last hour, but we had 5 bites while we were fishing. So fortunate to get what we got.
Jumping up from 9th place into 3rd was another Wisconsin team. Kevin Adams and Pat Shewitt brought in the biggest sack of day 2, weighing 5 fish for 31 pounds 1 ounce, securing their spot in the top 25 for the final day of competition.
Pre-fished all week, and we couldn't put any of the big fish up north together, so we basically picked a spot further south, a little warmer water where we could get numbers of fish, and we just decided to stick with a decent average fish and where we knew we could get 5 a day and just see how it played out. And so far we're doing pretty good. We're sitting in 3rd place, so just a matter of playing the numbers game.
Michigan's Ross Neubauer and Jamie Taranjo locked up the 2nd spot with a 2-day total of 60 pounds 12 ounces.
Well, we've been making big runs, quite a ways up north, 30, 40 miles, hitting spots, trying to hit spots on the way. But after day 1, well, we found some good fish. We decided to stick on them, and that's been paying off ever since.
Green Bay gold, folks, right there.
With 2 days of competition in the books, Adam Adler and Ryan Dempsey have a commanding lead over the rest of the field. The top 25 will fish tomorrow. Stay with us, and we'll bring you highlights from the final day of competition from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and the 2014 Cabelas National Team Championship. Need gear? How about a new tackle bag? Cabelas has a great selection. Look them up at Cabelas.com. We'll be right back with more Americana Outdoors.
When you change the game, you make the rules. Introducing the all-new Stealth SS from 10 Point, the most compact crossbow we've ever created. 10 Point, there is no substitute.
For camping, fishing, hunting, or anything outdoors, bring along Arctic Ice. Simply freeze these versatile cooler packs and they're ready to keep your food and drinks cold throughout your outing. Arctic Ice can maintain in a cooler 60% longer than the equal weight of regular ice, and with no more mess or soggy food. Arctic Ice is clean and easy. Alaskan Series can maintain a sub 40-degree cooler for days, and the Tundra Series can keep game frozen till it gets home. Preserve an Arctic refuge in your cooler. Choose Arctic Ice.
Experience High-Vis, a brighter sight picture than standard sights, giving you an immediate, more successful shooting performance. High-Vis lets you see a dramatic contrast between the target and the barrel for a more intuitive aim that delivers instant results. Our light pipes come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, designed to be seen in a variety of conditions. With our broad line of sights, you'll see your marksmanship dramatically improve, bringing more fun and confidence into every shooting experience. Shoot more accurately. Enjoy the sport. Choose High-Vis.
When I'm not hunting, I'm thinking about hunting. It's on my mind because it's in my blood. When the hunt calls, my TC Venture points the way. Accurate, reliable, proven. Until there's no more ground to cover and no more stories to tell. When you're a TC Venture hunter, the hunt never ends.
After your next successful deer hunt, savor the flavor with a Bradley Smoker. They have a whole list of creative recipes for venison with a wide variety of delicious smoky wood flavors. Find out more about making your meal as memorable as the hunt at BradleySmoker.com. Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is also brought to you by Bradley Smokers. Add some Bradley to your adventure. Do All Outdoors, innovative gear for the hunter and shooter. And by Frog Togs. Welcome to the 2014 Cabelas National Team Championship from Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the newest Cabelas retail store.
Our new Green Bay store is proud to be a part of this event and proud to be a part of the Green Bay community. When it comes to walleyes, Cabelas is the world's foremost outfitter.
If you find yourself in Green Bay, we invite you to check out the new store or visit Cabelas.com and find the retail store nearest you. It's worth the trip. Back to the water. It's the final day of competition, and we'll kick it off with Kevin Adams and Pat Shewitt.
I think it'll be pretty good fishing today for us. Nice high pressure over the top of us, so fishing should be good.
Or basically, we're going to do the same thing we've been doing for the last 2 days. We've got a nice, small, square little area that we're fishing, and fish some humps and some little deeper water in between the humps, and we've got plenty of fish there. We just need to get the right bites. We have no reason to move.
Oh, good.
We'll let him grow up for another day.
We'll get him next time.
Moving on, Ross Neubauer and Jamie Taranjo are off to a good start this morning.
So far, so good. We got 3 in a box right now. A third one while you were pulling up. Hopefully we keep on them and they keep biting. Hopefully everybody else catching little ones.
Yeah, this was great. We were hoping just to make the top 50, and after day 1, we had a good shot of making the cut. And we ended up moving up farther, so if things go right, good things could happen, hopefully.
There goes it.
Send that one back.
Should I?
Send it back, yeah. Just open the bail. Or, no, you better reel it in.
Yeah, it's...
Just reel it in and throw the board and then send it back. There you go, now just send it. Making some bumps there. Ready?
Yeah.
That's fish number 4 for Neubauer and Taranjo. Unofficially, they're sitting around 22 pounds on the day. The second place team is looking strong, and there's still a lot of time remaining. Well, we'll move on and look in on the tournament leaders. And they're having a rough day.
Yeah, we're struggling. Going through a lot of fish, just not getting the right ones. Got one good one and one kind of good one, so yeah, it could be better. So we're a few more junk fish than before, catfish and sheephead. You know, a lot of little walleyes we're going through. We gotta get a little lucky.
Well, it's certainly tough knowing those guys up north. You know, there's 3 boats that we're aware of that are up north. All it takes is a couple of bites for them. I mean, we have a good lead, but going into conditions like this, if we struggle and they get 3 good bites, we're gonna, we'll be second guessing ourselves for sure. Good one? Couldn't help with anything?
No, I'm just letting them settle down. He's acting right.
I got the weight. That's a decent one. Not huge, but
If he's got a belly, we'll take him.
That's a 3-pound fish at best. And it's not what they were hoping for. Back to Neubauer and Taranjo. They're seizing the opportunity. If it keeps, that fish is number 5.
There's 5.
Gotta win it.
That's a nice one.
That one's bigger.
They're all roughly 4 or 5 pounders, so we're sitting pretty good now.
With that fish, Ross and Jamie have unofficially taken the lead. Moving on, we'll rejoin the 3rd place team of Kevin Adams and Pat Shewitt.
I'm a little nervous now.
You're nervous?
Yeah, I don't know why.
So one of the biggest things we learned over the years in tournament fishing is just stick with your game plan, fish your fish, and don't worry about everybody else. It's not really us versus them, it's us versus the fish. We need to catch the biggest bag we can, and we just have to focus on the fish, not focus on the other anglers. There we go.
You okay?
It's not bad. Hard to say. That fish in the bowl, Kevin.
Oh, yes!
There we go, baby.
There's
number 1 for the day. Probably a 26-incher or so. That'll work.
Coming up, we'll wrap up tournament coverage and head to the final weigh-in from Green Bay and the 2014 Cabelas National Team Championship. Take your best shot with the Garmin Verb, the ultimate adventure video camera. Find out more at Garmin.com.
When you change the game, you make the rules. Introducing the all-new Vapor from 10 Point, the most technologically advanced crossbow ever created. 10 Point, there is no substitute.
Stealth Cam gives you the edge on the most elusive bucks. Capture high-res stills, HD audio and video, or time-lapse imagery. Nothing escapes our sub-1 second trigger with our advanced multi-zone detection grid. With our energy-efficient design, one set of batteries will last up to a full year. Retina low-light sensitivity captures stunning nighttime imagery out to 100 feet. Get all the latest technology in our new G series of scouting cameras. The next generation of Stealth Cam has arrived, delivering technologies you need every hunting season.
You know, a good knife is something that's you can't ever underestimate the importance of. That's why when we found out about Bubba Blade a couple years ago, it was just like this eye-opening experience. We now had a knife that could do everything we needed to do. And it didn't matter what we were doing. It didn't matter whether we were cutting pizza at home, cutting up salami, or cleaning deer. It didn't matter whether we were cleaning or filleting the roughest fish we'd ever dealt with. It handled everything we needed it to do. And it came in so many different sizes, it made it easy to put it in our boat. It made it easy to have it around camp. It made it easy to have it in our kitchen. It made it easy to basically do anything that we needed to do everywhere we went all the time we were out. It's got a great handle on it that doesn't slip when you're using it, which is really important when you're working around little small things to real big things. The blade on it will stand up to about anything you're gonna put it through, and it just simply performs every time you're out in the field.
To learn more about the Bubba Blade, we encourage you to visit their website at bubbablade.com.
After all my years of searching, I finally busted the myth of the Yeti! The Angle High Performance Cooler, it's incredible! Just look at this lid, what a powerhouse! It's so freaking strong, so reliable, I just wanna boom! This silicone gasket's better than rubber!
Why, hello there. Are your base and sidewalls way thicker for superior insulation?
Oh, yes! After 10 days, still cold, still fresh. Let's see a Yeti do that. With Angle Coolers, it's official. The Yeti is busted.
After your next successful hog hunt, savor the flavor with a Bradley Smoker. They have a whole list of creative recipes dedicated to pork with a wide variety of delicious smoky wood flavors. Find out more about making your meal as memorable as the hunt at bradleysmoker.com. Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is also brought to you by Smith & Wesson, made in the USA since 1852, by Arctic Ice, and by High Viz Shooting Systems. See what you've been missing. Well, 3 days ago, 237 boats launched, each team chasing their dreams of capturing the championship. At the start of day 3, only 25 teams remained. And now, at the final weigh-in, we're down to the last 3 teams. Here's a look at the current standings. Kevin Adams and Pat Shewitt started the day in 3rd. They brought another 5 fish to the scales for 25 pounds and a 3-day total of 84 pounds, 9 ounces.
Coming up next, Ross Neubauer and Jamie Taranjo. They need 23 pounds, 13 ounces, folks, to take the lead in the Cabelas National Team Championship. 5 fish limit, weighing in. 28 pounds, 13 ounces. We got another one here. 89 pounds, 9 ounces. Get the fish and hold them up. Yeah, Green Bay, what do you think about that? All right, you guys aren't going anywhere. You're going to stand right over there while I introduce our leaders for the first 2 days and our last boat to weigh in from Oconto Falls and Oneida, Wisconsin, Adam Adler and Ryan Dempsey. And they need 19 pounds, 3 ounces to win the Cabelas National Team Championship. A 5 fish limit for Adam Adler and Ryan Dempsey. 18 pounds, 13 ounces. 89 pounds, 3 ounces are winners.
After leading for 2 days, Adler and Dempsey missed by 6 ounces, leaving the door open for Ross Neubauer and Jamie Taranjo, who took home $30,000 in cash and a Ranger boat package worth an additional $60,000.
I've never really fished a whole lot of tournaments. I always was just helping Jamie, so this is just crazy for me to even win $100, let alone $30,000 and a new boat. Just ridiculous. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess have to try and fish a few more tournaments.
For additional coverage of the Cabelas National Team Championship or the Masters Walleye Circuit, check your local listings for Federation Angler TV. And if you want to learn more about competing, visit walleyefederation.com. And don't forget, Americana Outdoors has a brand new website featuring the latest in industry news, hunting and fishing tips, tricks, and gear review. Plus, you can check out our entire library of outdoor shows 24/7. Check it out at americanaaoutdoors.com. If you enjoyed the show, visit Americana Outdoors Facebook page and let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Hey, and while you're there, post up some pics from your latest outdoor adventure. Americana Outdoors is a Careco TV production. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.